Hi, it's Liam Kelly here again. I'd like to show you our new Kelly light. This is one piece of equipment that I could never seem to find that would do what I wanted to do. And for a light, you'd wonder, well, how many things does a light need to do? But so it came to a point that I decided to look into making my own light and rectifying all the issues I had with the ones that I were using. This took about 2 years to finish. A lot of time, a lot of work, but it has a lot of features. So the easiest thing would be start at the back and move forward. One of the things that it has is that the band on this has a locking mechanism for lighting, for adjusting. So it's not a simple dial, you actually have to lock it in. So this prevents it stretching while you're using it or slipping. Once it's locked in, it will not slip out. So once you set it, it will stay firm on your head. This is also a patented design. One of the issues I had was the battery. I found working in the summer when you're sweating that when you had a good battery or a heavier battery or even this size, it would cause the light to run up your head because you're sweating. So this all came down to it was the weight of the battery that was causing this imbalancement within the light. I know they've tried a few things to get away from this. I know there's another way where you take the battery and it clips onto your belt. This for me I did not like because I like to be able to simply take it off and put it back on. And I didn't, I want to be efficient. I don't want to be taking strap off my belt every time I want to take off the light. As well, I find with these as that this is the connection is normally goes. So when it was on your belt, it was constantly getting this, and so the connection goes. So after a lot of thought and trial and error, we came up with this patent pending design where your battery is actually fixed to this armature here. So now the weight of the battery runs through the top band along the curvature of your head and on here. When it's placed like this, you actually don't feel the weight of the battery. It works very, very well. Also, we fitted this adjustment elastic, and what this does is it keeps the battery in. So while you're twisting, turning to look at a horse, the battery is not moving around. It is solid on your head. The battery we use, we got the best quality battery in the market. It has 34 mAh, that's the power capacity, so it will run for a lot longer than some other ones on the market. Also, it has a dial. You always know how much power you have. So if you're guessing, do I need to power this up this evening? How much did I use? How much I got left? You have an indicator on the side. This is the most expensive, best battery on the market. So going from here comes to the first compartment. A lot of these lights, or some of these lights, will have preset intensities. Press it once for once intensity, 2 for 2, and then you hold it for 3 seconds to turn it off. And my problem was that the lights got super hot, and when you go to turn them off, they're so hot they're burning your finger as well. Every time you wanted to turn it off, you're having to hold this for 3 seconds, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is. You need to be efficient. Things need to just work and work the way you want. So the first part I addressed was right on this side, you have a dimmer. So you can preset your intensity to whatever you want it at. There is no 1 button press, 2 button press, 3 button press. You set the intensity, simple, right here. So that is the first adjustment. On the other side, this is a heavy duty toggle switch. Simple on, off. No 3 seconds, no nothing. So now with the two, you can have the light on, if you look at the wall here, you will be able to see I can adjust my intensity as much as I want. I will normally run this at the lowest. This light throws out a lot of light, and to save the battery on one of the lowest settings, it will give you ample light. If you turn it all the way down, it will turn off, but you want to use the off switch. So it's a simple on-off toggle switch. From here, it comes to the holder. For me, problems I found was with my glasses fogging up, and some of the armatures I found were just pushing me to keep my glasses too close to my forehead. So I wanted to give ample room for space for glasses, so you could adjust them in and out depending on where best suited you. As well, there's 3 pivot points. So when you get your light, you set your light to the point that best suits you. You've stainless steel screws here, you loosen them, set it to where you want, and tighten them. When I have tightened them, I will normally put a spanner on them and give them a real good tighten, and you can't even put them Loctite, because once you have your light on, it is now sitting firmly on your head. It is not moving around. You have now got a solid headband that is keeping your light where you want it. This light will always shine in the right spot. So your light isn't focused on the top of the speculum and you're looking at more secondary light. So you have 3 pivot points as well. You can lift it up and down. I don't really use that, but that's up to everyone. So you've got 3 separate pivot points. The housing for the light itself, a lot of the time with these, they're either really big or long, or they get really hot. This is real small and compact. Light travels in a straight line. So when you have a small window there for the light to come out, it will bring in your focus of how that light spreads. With this, we have put in a special lens so that when the light hits this lens, instead of it coming out at this angle, it hits the lens, it deflects it out. This results in you getting a brighter spread of light a lot quicker. And we are focusing on horses' heads that are pretty close to us, so we need this light to spread. So with this, it spreads really quick. As well, you will notice there is no tinting to this light. It is a bright white light. This light can throw out up to 1,000 lumens. Your regular headlights, the walking ones, a lot of people use these kind of run anywhere from 150, 200, 300 lumen. This is way more light than what you need, but I know that the lights in the market, common ones, are throwing out 1,000, and I didn't want to short anyone, so this throws out 1,000 too. You can go walking the dog with this if you want. So as well, this does not heat up as much because it's got a real good heat sink. So getting on to other details of the light, when you take off this, the light as a whole, all the wiring in this light is protected under a coating. So you've no problems of it damaged or pulled. The only parts that are out is your part to connect to your battery and this part here. One of the things that it can be a bit stiff. The reason for this with this mechanism is because of the extra coating that is making it stronger. As I say, because the light is so small, you find you won't flick it up out of the way anyway. So all the wiring is encased in a sealant. Again, I work a lot in the winter, so I have to deal with the cold. So one of the added features this light has is that in the winter, you take off your leather casing, slips right off, and you're left with this. It comes with a hat. You simply put the hat on your head, then put the frame of your light on top of it, flip up the hat. There's pre-punched holes for your switches. And now you have got a winter headlight that keeps you warm. As I say, I like equipment to work the way I need it to work. And so this comes as a set that this light will, summertime it is good, wintertime it is good. Unfortunately, things happen, whereas one day you get out, about to start work, next thing, your light don't turn on. Whoops, I forgot to charge the battery. I left the battery charging at home. In the event of this light set comes with a backup light. This is the get out of jail light. So within this set, you get the light, the winter cap, and a backup light. Also for people, the battery on this, if you have some of the other lights in the market, the caps will work and the joys, and you had an old one, the batteries of those will work in this, and this battery will work on theirs. For people that are interested in this light but are not in the United States, the charger for this comes with a detachable wall socket. So you can purchase the socket that suits the country you're in. And once it is on, snapped in, it is solid. This is the American one obviously, but I have been onto the company and we can get them for other countries. So all in all, I feel I've ran this light for over a year and a half. It has never let me down yet. It is very comfortable. It is very strong. It does everything. I love to be able to have the dimmer. I love to know, I always know how much battery I've got. The toggle switch is super strong. I love it. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. We will be in Idaho launching the business in February 9th, 10th and 11th. Thank you.